So we're back with a brand new game called Jinxx. This one is from our friends over at Looney Labs. They create a lot of really fun card games and also games like these. This is a level 2 out of 4 difficulty per their own standard. The way the game works is you want to place your pieces on the board, creating a 3 in a row with your piece being on the topmost piece of the 3 in the row, but it also has to pass to the center. So let's open this up. We'll talk about how the game works, and we'll show you a little bit about it. I love games like this that have a very small footprint, primarily because they allow you to store more games in your house, of course, than other games where you're all like, oh no, not enough space. Okay. So as you see here, we have 4 players, 4 different colors, 3 of the larger triangles, pyramids, 3 of the medium ones, and 3 of the smaller ones for each color, and a die. And a die that specifically tells you what you can place onto the board. And then we have an actual board with just a single fold in it. You might want to work that a little bit out so that way it lies flat just like that. We have a Change the Way You Play product catalog guide, which is really nice for them to give you. You have introduction to pyramids, a system for inventing games, and then you have Jinxx and hijinks instructions. So as you play the game, it's designed to be played with 2 to 4 players. You're going to place the pawns on their corresponding place. So on your turn, you'll roll the die. And if that's got 2 sizes, this one does 3 and a 1, I get to choose the size I want to move, but only one of them. If I have no pieces on the board, I can use that move to move into the board. I can only move into the space where I am adjacent to. So my wall, my home wall. So I can either choose to move one of these into the space or one of these into the space. I will move one of these. Then his turn would go and he would roll. Gets the same. He can choose to stack on top of mine as long as they're the same size or smaller to go on top of it. You can't put anything larger on top of something smaller. Then for his turn, he gets to move a 1 out. And he gets to move a 2. Back to me. Now at this point, I can move my piece out, and anything that's stacked on top of it, and push it out forward from the board. So at this point, he is starting to build up his base, and that's very helpful for him. He can choose to bring a 3 out here. And they're going to pick a 1. So now he can choose to move a piece of his on the board, which would be like this one here, or he could pull one out. So he's going to move that one because remember, we want to get 3 in a row, and it has to be going through the center. So it doesn't matter if like some of those on it. If he can get one of his pieces over here, then he can win the game immediately. But we'll see how that goes. So a 1 or a 3. Now you can only move diagonally. I mean, sorry, occidentally. You can't move diagonally in the game. Now, if you can move, you have to move. So this situation comes out now where he moves this onto the board. You can move them actually in any of the spaces on your side, but if he was forced to put them on any space, he would have to, and he had to put it on top of his own one piece. Pieces of matching size can be played on top of it, but it destroys the one underneath. And it's very important because your pieces go out of the game. And if you run out of pieces, you only have 2 pieces left, you're out of the game completely as well. So, like for instance, I can move here, and that would destroy that piece gone because you can't stack multiple of the same size. It destroys the one underneath it. See, they might want to do the exact same thing to get me off the board, and then also now they have multiple other pieces on the board. So we're in a situation now in which black can't move because he can't move the black one anywhere, the black 3 anywhere. He can't move a 2 because his whole row is covered in 1s. So at this situation, you have to take a move if you can move, but if you can't move, you can then in turn choose to move a different pawn of a different color that meets the number requirements. So for instance, he could take this pawn, and he can move this stack over 1, starting to help himself out with the ability to build towards my side and taking over the board in that way. So he can't move this stack, so he can't go on top of either ones around it, and that's the only one left he has left. So he can choose to move a 1 that he has control over. When he can move a 1 of a different color. And trying to free up where he can move since he gets 1 again, he might want to take this one here and stack on top of here, killing the gray's one, but also, unfortunately, helping black get closer to meeting their goal. A 3, I can choose to move this one out of the center, making it less likely for them to succeed. They get a 1. Maybe they want to move back to the center. Now, unfortunately, they can't move because they don't have any space to place a piece down the board, and they don't have any 3 whites on there, so they have to move another person's. So the only one they can actually move right now without causing an issue is this one here. Place that on there. Not meaning to be destructive. Placing that one there on the board. And now they are dangerously close to being in a position. No ones, can't place any threes. So they'll move this three, which can stack, destroy this piece. With white getting so close to dying, they might take the risk. But if black gets a 1, it might be over. Black did not. And they step into position, so they're less likely to lose that piece. And black would less likely to win. So he can't move the 3 because it's locked in, but he can move any other 3 now that can actually move. That's not 100% true. He can actually place this 3 down and kill the black 3. But then turn to do the exact same thing. They have no more 1s. So the only other option they have is to move someone else's 1. Ones would be this one here. 1 gray 1. 1 gray 1 here. Two or 1. Stack from his base. 3 or 1. Push forward. Can't move any of his own 3s. Can't place any 3s on the board, so he's going to move this 3. Can't move his own, so he's going to move the other players. 3. 1 or 3. Becomes a tough one. So he has these ones that cannot move. And he's got this 3, this 3, and this 3 that cannot move. But since he cannot move, he's going to make someone else move, causing this to stack and taking out another block of grays. Their 3 is locked. They can't place a 3, so they can move other 3s. Now they're in a situation now. They have to move, and they can move. So these 2 can both move as their 3s, move into the center, and therefore perform a win for black with this one here, black with this one here. However, they can also move this 3 and still cause a stale for now. Put that one there. They can move a 3 or a 2. They can kill black. The game is getting very close to end for some. Black 1. Black 1. Fortunately, can't move the black ones, can't place anything on the board, can't stack any of them. But you can move this one, stack on top of this one to kill gray. Now, gray currently has 3 pawns on board, 1, 2, and 3. So as long as they don't lose one more, they'll still be in the game. Three and 2. Can't place anymore, but they can move their 3. Or they can move their 2. Move their 2. 1. One or 3. All right. So white now only has 2 possible pawns. Sorry, still clear. So white clear is gone. They're out of the game, killed by white. So it's down to 3 players, all of them very low on pieces to work with. Gray has a 2. He can put the 2 down, but he can't place it on the board. He's got no 2 other 2s on the board. He can only move 2s, so he's going to move this 2. Can't move any 1s. Can't move any 3s. But you can move other 1s and 3s. He's going to move this 1 to stack onto here. And therefore killing white. So now it's just down between gray and black. Gray's turn has to put his 2 on the board now. That's very dangerous for gray. So now black can actually win this one here because he got a 2 or 1, cannot move. Well, no, sorry, no, he can move his 2. Okay. So 2. Gray cannot move its 2. Can you move other 2s? Yes, you can. You move a lot of 2s. And with this one, since black can't move its 1s and locked in, he's going to move this one, kill gray, and win the game by defeating all your enemies. Several times very close. Again, I'm playing myself, so it's a little bit more where I can see my own strategies, a little bit more difficult for other people to usurp my actions. But with other players, they might not see everything you're doing, every plan you're making, so it can go a little bit faster in some than others. But it's a really fun, fast-paced game. You can also still play High Jinxx with this one as well, where it's all about getting stacks of 3s on the board, which is really fun to do as well. Very similar kind of gameplay, but this is a really good small profile strategy game. And if you're looking for something like that for you and your friends, then I would highly recommend this game. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. Thanks for watching this with us, and we'll see you guys next week for our next Rants and Review.